Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Wendy Williams' shocking monthly nursing home price tag. Wendy Williams has long been known as the outspoken, larger-than-life talk show host who built an empire on hot takes, celebrity gossip, and unfiltered opinions. However, in recent years, her life has taken a dramatic and heartbreaking turn. Once the queen of daytime television, Wendy now finds herself living in a long-term care facility, cut off from family and friends, and fighting to regain control over her life and finances. What's even more shocking, the astronomical price tag attached to her stay at the facility. Reports reveal that Wendy Williams is shelling out a staggering $40,000 a month for her studio apartment in the nursing home. As fans and the public react with shock and outrage, many are left wondering, how did Wendy end up in this situation? Is she truly in need of memory care? And most importantly, what happens next? Wendy Williams pays a fortune for long-term care. For the past 6 months, Wendy Williams has been living in a high-end long-term care facility in New York City. Unlike the luxurious lifestyle she once enjoyed, her current home is a studio apartment in a Manhattan high-rise, where she has reportedly been placed under strict restrictions. But here's the kicker, it's costing her $40,000 a month to live there. According to the U.S. Sun, Wendy's rent for the studio alone is $13,000 per month. However, because she has been placed in a memory care program designed for individuals with dementia and Alzheimer's disease, the additional services have driven the cost up to $40,000 per month. For comparison, the average monthly cost of a memory care facility in the United States is around $7,000, meaning Wendy is paying nearly 6 times the national average for her care. Given that she's in New York City, where prices are already high, it's not completely surprising that her bill is expensive. But many are still questioning, is this level of care truly necessary for Wendy, or is she being unfairly controlled? Wendy feels like a prisoner in her own home. Despite paying an exorbitant amount of money for her residence, Wendy Williams has repeatedly stated that she feels like a prisoner. According to multiple reports, Wendy lives on the 5th floor of the facility and is not allowed to leave. For many dementia patients, this type of restriction is standard protocol to prevent wandering and ensure safety. However, Wendy continues to insist that she does not have dementia and that she is being held against her will under a court-ordered guardianship. The situation has led to a massive debate. Is Wendy truly in need of this level of care? Is she being unfairly isolated from her loved ones? Or is her condition worse than she claims, and the guardianship is necessary to protect her? These questions remain unanswered, but one thing is clear, Wendy is fighting to regain her independence. Wendy Williams denies having dementia. One of the most controversial aspects of Wendy's situation is the dispute over her mental health diagnosis. According to court documents, Wendy was diagnosed with alcohol-related brain damage and frontotemporal dementia, a condition that affects behavior, personality, and decision-making. This diagnosis was reportedly a key factor in the decision to place her under a legal guardianship. However, Wendy strongly denies having dementia. In multiple interviews, she has stated that no doctor has assessed her since she moved into the facility months ago. Adding to the confusion, Wendy's bulging eyes, which many assumed were symptoms of neurological issues, were recently revealed to be caused by a completely different medical condition unrelated to dementia. With these contradictions, the public remains divided. Some believe that Wendy's guardianship is necessary, while others argue that she is being wrongfully controlled and financially exploited. The role of Wendy's guardian and alleged financial issues. One of the biggest mysteries surrounding Wendy's situation is the role of her guardian and the state of her finances. In 2022, Wells Fargo froze Wendy's bank accounts, claiming she was being financially exploited. This led to a court-appointed guardianship, where a legal guardian was put in charge of her finances. However, Wendy has repeatedly expressed frustration over this arrangement, alleging that her money has disappeared and that she has no access to it. Additionally, there have been 2 explosive documentaries that have painted her guardian in a negative light, further fueling the public's concern. Wendy also claims that her son, Kevin Hunter Jr., stole over $100,000 from her accounts, adding another layer of complexity to her ongoing legal battles. Given these financial disputes, many are asking if Wendy is spending $40,000 per month on her care, who is controlling her money. And how long can she continue to afford this massive expense? Fans react to Wendy's shocking nursing home costs. As news of Wendy's staggering nursing home expenses spread, fans and the public quickly took to social media to express their outrage, sadness, and concern. Here's what some had to say. Wait, Wendy is paying $40,000 a month for a studio apartment she can't even leave. This is insane. Why is she paying 6 times the national average for a memory care facility? Something is not adding up. If Wendy is saying she doesn't have dementia, why is she being forced to stay there? This feels so wrong. It's heartbreaking to see Wendy isolated like this. She should be surrounded by people who love her, not locked away. Where is all her money going? Who is in charge of her finances? This needs to be investigated. With so many unanswered questions, fans are calling for more transparency and a fair reassessment of Wendy's condition and guardianship. What's next for Wendy Williams? With Wendy's financial, legal, and health battles still ongoing, her future remains uncertain. However, there are a few possible paths forward. 1. A legal fight for her independence. Wendy has been vocal about wanting out of her guardianship. If she can prove she is mentally competent, she could potentially regain control over her life and finances. However, this would likely involve a long and difficult legal battle, especially since the courts have already ruled her incapable of managing her own affairs. 2. A potential move to a different facility. Given the sky-high cost of her current care, Wendy's guardians or legal team may decide to move her to a less expensive facility, especially if she continues to challenge her diagnosis. This would depend on whether her condition worsens or improves in the coming months. 3. A public comeback. Despite her current situation, Wendy has not completely disappeared from the spotlight. She has continued to do phone interviews and discuss her desire to be free. Could she eventually make a public comeback through a podcast, interview, or tell-all memoir? Only time will tell. Final thoughts. A shocking and heartbreaking situation. Wendy Williams' story has gone from a glamorous talk show career to a complicated, heartbreaking legal battle. With reports of her $40,000 a month nursing home bill, allegations of financial mismanagement, and questions surrounding her diagnosis, the public remains divided on what the truth really is. One thing is certain, this is far from over. Wendy has always been a fighter, and if there's one thing we know about her, it's that she won't go down without a fight. What do you think about Wendy Williams' shocking nursing home price tag? Should she be freed from her guardianship? Let's discuss in the comments.